Today's a WRAL weather alert day. We have a winter weather advisory tonight for a small chance for a wintry mix. I'll show you who could see it and how much.
2 people dead in Durham. The WRAL breaking news tracker is at the scene of a suspected murder-suicide. The information we're trying to gather about what led to the shooting.
And Raleigh road conditions. Progress is being made on local roads after back-to-back weekend winter storms. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the roads as you're looking live through the WRAL Storm Tracker on what you can expect as you head out the door. A lot going on this Wednesday morning. We're going to dive in. Thank you so much for joining us here on WRAL News. I'm Chris Lovingood.
And I'm Renee Chu. Winter weather fatigue is real, and no one wants to see more precipitation, but we're going to get that today. And Elizabeth, for most of us, it's going to be rain.
It is, and especially right now, mostly east of I-95. It starts to move right on out of here, but it doesn't stay. We'll continue to see it lifting northward as we get through the afternoon, especially from the Triangle area south and east. We still have a little bit of rain just east of I-95. East of Rocky Mounts, around Edgecombe County and Wayne County right now. We take a look at the big picture here. We have a cold front that'll swing through, and as the front gets closer, it'll help to push a little bit more of that precipitation in. And then behind the front, the cold air comes in. This setup for snow is never one that brings us very much accumulation, but we do have the potential for some scattered showers as we get through the afternoon from Rocky Mount to Raleigh, south and west at 2 o'clock. We'll stop it there at 7. This is when some of the cold air starts to catch up, and from Raleigh north and west, we can see a wintry mix. So a little bit of freezing rain, sleet, snow, rain, all mixed in. But the amounts at that point will be very light. And coming up, I'll show you what the percentage chance of an inch of snow is across our area. I can tell you it's a little better up near the Virginia line, where if we're going to have any accumulation, that's probably where it will be. So pink shaded area is where we would have a wintry mix. And of course, our far southern counties will only see rain out of this. Right now, it looks pretty dry here from our Jimmy V camera down Fayetteville Street, 38 degrees, and it's nice to see temperatures above freezing. We didn't drop below freezing overnight last night, but it does stay chilly today. We'll see cloudy skies with highs in the low 40s. Ken?
Well, Elizabeth, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. I want to take you to Rocky Mount. We've been monitoring a situation where we've been seeing a vehicle fire right here, right near the Sunset Avenue exit. It's off to the side of the road, but one lane is closed as they're trying to clear that scene. But you can see things are getting through right there, but not causing any major problems for you this morning. But I wanted you to know about it. But in terms of other routes, heading into Raleigh this morning, I-40, I-87, US 1 coming in from Wake Forest, all delay free at this hour. You're getting ready to head into the car. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
We do want to get back to that breaking news that we're following in Durham. Police are at the scene of a suspected murder-suicide, and this happened at an apartment complex near Irwin Road. That's where we find Ali Kadabar in the WRAL breaking news tracker. Ali, investigators are still trying to piece together what happened here.
And Chris, this has been a very lengthy investigation. We're inching close to 7 hours now that police have been investigating this apartment unit. You can see the tape wrapped around the back of the unit. Most of the investigation has taken place in the front, and that's where this video from the WRAL breaking news tracker shows the front side of the unit. We saw investigators taking photos of what looked like a bullet hole in the window. We also saw them gathering evidence upstairs. Now, Durham police say a shooting was reported at an apartment off Crest Street around 10 last night. Officers found a man and woman shot, and they were pronounced dead at the scene. Police say right now it appears to be a murder-suicide. And we did just speak with a man who says that he knew the man who died. He says that the man and woman who died were in a relationship. He also says that their kids were inside when this incident happened. Now, we're working to confirm that with police. We're also working to find out what led up to this shooting. Reporting live in Durham, Ali Kadabar, WRAL News.
After days of icy conditions on roads, we are seeing improvement. The warmer temperatures have led to a whole lot of melting. Kelsey Coffey is in the WRAL Storm Tracker in Raleigh this morning. Kelsey, we are seeing those roads looking a lot better.
Yes, Renee, a whole lot of improvement that we're seeing here on the roads. We'll go ahead and give you a live look now at a neighborhood road that's not too far away from the Village District. We'll also show you some video now that should be a familiar sight to basically everyone across our viewing area. Icy, sidewalks. The city of Raleigh's transportation director says sidewalks are lower on their priority list. A spokesperson for the city says their top priorities are clearing roadways and high traffic areas. We spoke with people who live in downtown Raleigh about how they're navigating these icy sidewalks.
And quite honestly, I had to walk and run in the middle of the road, which isn't great.
Yeah, not great at all. So be careful out there. That is definitely dangerous, what she's talking about. Again, a live look here at some neighborhood roads that are not too far away from the Village District. We'll have an update coming up in the next 30 minutes. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Wake schools and the other school districts in yellow on this map are on a 2-hour delay this morning. The districts you see in red are closed. That includes Orange, Edgecombe, and Wayne counties. The counties in green will have remote learning. Durham and Harnett County schools are back open today on their regular schedules. A full list of closings and delays is on WRAL.com.
Water is slowly being restored in Nashville, North Carolina, after leaders there needed to shut down the water supply. The town says full pressure should be back this morning. A boil water advisory is in effect until further notice, though. And this all stems from 5 major water main breaks in Rocky Mount. After recent winter weather, local neighborhoods are having trouble with water. In fact, Raleigh Water says that extremely cold water running through the pipes, this can lead to breaks.
Kind of like a coffee pot that's very hot and you put cold water in it, it cracks. Same sort of theory there. So we think that's part of it.
In Johnston County, water capacity had to be reduced this week, and that led to a shortage. And hundreds of people in Halifax County had to go without water because of a leak as well.
Testimony resumes today in the sentencing hearing of Austin Thompson, the teenager who shot and killed 5 people in Raleigh's Hedingham community. Today, an RPD detective will wrap up part of his testimony. Yesterday, we heard from family members of the victims, including Jasmine Torres. Her husband, Raleigh police officer Gabe Torres, was killed in the shooting.
Our life has been changed forever. And my daughter didn't deserve any of it. My husband didn't deserve any of it. And I know I didn't deserve any of it.
The state is expected to present its case for the next 3 days. The judge will decide how long Thompson spends in prison. A live stream of today's testimony will be on WRAL.com and on WRAL's YouTube channel. We have extensive coverage of this case on our YouTube page. That includes the biggest moments from Tuesday's testimony and analysis from our team of reporters.
Police in Nashville, North Carolina are looking for the suspect in a high-speed chase. And what you're seeing here is video from the WRAL breaking news tracker from last night on Highway 64. Police say they were conducting a traffic stop when the suspect took a while to pull over. Well, that person eventually drove off there, and then they eventually went speeds of up to 130 miles per hour. Investigators say the suspect lost control near Old Carriage Road and then ran away. But it's unclear why police were conducting a traffic stop to begin with. And new this morning, we are trying to learn more about a shooting in Orange County. The sheriff's office was called to Car Store Road last night, and that's where they found a man who was shot. He was taken to the hospital, and we're trying to get an update on his condition this morning. At last check, though, no word on any arrests being made, but we are looking into that.
New developments in the disappearance of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie's mother. Authorities in Arizona are investigating possible ransom notes connected to Nancy Guthrie. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says it is aware of the ransom note reports and that it is taking all leads seriously. Officials also say detectives are coordinating with the FBI in the investigation. Nancy Guthrie was last seen Saturday night at her home in Tucson and was reported missing the next day. Police are asking for help locating her and that she is without medication that she needs to live.
A dog in Wilson County apparently abandoned on a stranger's porch, and now the woman accused of leaving the dog in the cold is facing charges, and so is the woman who took the dog in. Dason Gardner spoke exclusively with WRAL, and she says she took the dog home and called animal control after it was left on the porch. Gardner says that she was told to take the dog to the shelter, but she refused. And now she is facing charges, including interfering with law enforcement. She says she feels like she's being punished for doing the right thing.
I'm baffled. I'm confused. I have a lot of hard feelings right now because unexpected court costs, unexpected lawyer fees, all of this adds up. And I mean, I have a 2-year-old and I just started back work.
And we should mention the Wilson County Sheriff's Office says Garner was repeatedly told to surrender the dog. The woman, identified as Ashley Baker, was charged with abandonment of an animal, and the dog had been missing for 2 weeks, but has since been returned to its owner.
Winter weather recovery. People across North Carolina are still dealing with icy conditions after last weekend's snowstorm. A look at the progress being made.
Plus, internet restrictions. How a new internet filter at Wake County Public Schools will help monitor student activities online.
And we're waking up to some light showers in our south and eastern counties. Later on today, we'll see rain spreading across the area, and in some places, it could change to a wintry mix tonight. I'll let you know if you'll be affected.
And here's a look at your winning Mega Millions numbers. 5, 11, 22, 25, and 69. The gold Mega Ball is 21.
Stay safe with the latest WRAL Weather Alert Day info. Get up to the minute weather and traffic conditions when you get in your car. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM, in Durham 96.5 FM, and everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
6:13, and we take a look at the tower lit in pink this morning. Of course, when we think about October, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but we think it's important all year round. So every Wednesday, we light the tower in pink. You can sort of see behind the tower that it is cloudy. Those clouds are going to stick around all day. We have some patchy light rain. Most of it right now is east of I-95, but it is likely to lift back north as we head through the day today. Notice by the time we get to the afternoon, 60 to 70%, and then 70 to 80% this evening. In the Triangle in particular, we're going to see that changing over into a wintry mix. And coming up, I'll talk about how much we could see where you are. Let's take a look at temperatures heading out the door. We are above freezing, so all the melting we saw yesterday continues. 34 in Tarboro, 36 in South Hill, 45 in Fayetteville. It does stay cool this afternoon, though, in the low 40s.
Elizabeth, weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Right now, we're trying to get some more information about a crash in the New Hill area. This is old U.S. Highway 1 right here, but this crash is on New Hill Holloman Road. We're told that there's possibly somebody pinned inside, possibly, a tractor trailer rig. As soon as we get more information about it, we'll let you know. But right now, as we look at a close-up look at that area, we're not seeing any delays in that particular area. We're also not seeing any delays on any of the major routes heading into the Raleigh-Wake County area at this hour.
Well, happening now here in the WRAL Live Center, the man convicted of trying to assassinate then presidential candidate Donald Trump is about to learn his sentence. Ryan Routh is set to go before a federal judge in Florida today. Prosecutors want him to receive a life sentence, while Routh is expected to ask the judge not to include a terrorism enhancement. He has an attorney now, but represented himself during his trial. Prosecutors say Routh laid in wait for Trump at his West Palm Beach golf course in 2024.
Laura, thank you. Wake County schools are getting a new filter to oversee students' web activity. The school board has approved a more than $300,000 contract to use Lightspeed Internet Content Filter. Students, staff, and families have told the district that the current filter inconsistently blocks websites and that students are often distracted by YouTube. District officials say the new tool is a lot more consistent and will block recommended videos on YouTube.
The State Board of Elections is asking voters to update their information, and the board is sending out more than 241,000 letters across the state about this. The board says the recipients provided identification numbers that do not match government records when they registered. This effort does not affect voter registration status. You'll still be able to vote if you're registered, even if your information is not updated. The letters are an effort from the Board of Elections to maintain accurate and current voter rolls.
People across North Carolina are still trying to dig out of that snow from over the weekend, including in western North Carolina, where they got a whole lot more snow. In Madison County, many of the secondary roads are still covered in ice and snow. Officials in Madison County say they saw a spike in 911 calls for crashes. Those numbers have since returned to normal. Over in eastern North Carolina, a home was destroyed after homeowners tried to thaw frozen pipes. This happened in Beaufort County yesterday morning. The home was destroyed. Plumbers say North Carolina's plumbing codes do not require that pipes be insulated. Plumbers say most homes can survive a night or two of deep freezing temperatures, but when you have multiple nights, that really causes problems. It's recommended to let frozen pipes thaw on their own.
Hey, Renee, parts of North Carolina have seen more snow this winter than some popular cities in the Rockies. Actually, let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Chris Michaels to talk a little bit more about this and show us who and why this is even happening, Chris.
Yeah, so we first told you about this yesterday. Places like New Bern saw about 1.5 feet of snow with this weekend storm. That's now more snow than what's been seen all winter in Spokane, Washington, in Denver, Colorado, and in Salt Lake City, where oddly enough, they've only seen 1/10 of an inch of snow, and they really need it for their winter sports. But you can see that on the map. Now, of course, very elevation dependent the snow has been in the Rockies, but those popular cities have gone without, whereas North Carolina kind of sticks out to you with all the snow that we've seen. The mean or overall weather pattern over the past month has been such that high pressure has been over the west and areas of low pressure have been over the east. High pressure, you oftentimes see sinking air. That means a lower chance of precipitation, whereas low pressure is the opposite. You get more rising air and you tend to get a better chance of precipitation. Then you factor in the Atlantic waters, really helping to pump in the moisture and give us those big snow totals over the weekend. But Elizabeth, it looks like that pattern is going to finally start to break. Just got to get through today.
And when it does, we actually should start to warm up a little bit. And I know that's probably going to make a lot of people happy. But today we do have a winter weather advisory. It does go into effect for tonight into tomorrow morning. We'll have some light snow, sleet, freezing rain mixture, especially from the Triangle area northward. And it may accumulate a little bit in our northern counties. So this is a weaker system than we saw over the weekend. We're much warmer as well. We're going to see some rain for today, especially south and east. And then we start to see that wintry mix developing later on tonight, mainly north of I-40. Right now, east of I-95, we're seeing some light patchy rain, but that will continue to lift northward. We have a cold front that'll scoop up some of this rain that's to the south and push it back in across our area. Behind the cold front, the cold air comes in rapidly, but maybe not fast enough to catch up with the rain as it moves out. So here's this morning. You can see the light scattered showers, mainly south and east of the Triangle. There's 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock, and that just doesn't change really for much of the day. And then gradually we start to see a little bit more of the precipitation edging northward as the cold air arrives. So at 5 o'clock, notice the pink shaded area. So that could be some snow, sleet, freezing rain, sort of everything mixed in from Raleigh northward, and a little bit more snow potentially from Roxborough up towards South Hill. But the amount of accumulation that we see will be less than an inch, and so it shouldn't be a big deal. If we have any issues at all, it's likely to be Durham, Rocky Mount northward on bridges because the temperatures could dip back into the upper 20s. So that's what we would be most concerned about. This is a look at our probability of an inch of snow. For the Triangle, it's about 25%, but it's about 30 to 40% near the Virginia line. So that's still not a huge chance. But still, it's worth talking about, worth mentioning, again, the areas in pink where we could see a wintry mix overnight tonight. So our rain chance will increase as we get into the afternoon. That wintry mix develops in our northern counties after 6 or 7 o'clock, and it could be a little bit slippery, especially on bridges for tomorrow morning. After that, tomorrow is chilly at 39. Another blast of some cold air arrives just in time for the weekend. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast in detail and for the Super Bowl too, Ken.
Excellent, Elizabeth. Happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're trying to get some more information about a crash in the New Hill area. This is south of Apex. This is old U.S. Highway 1 right here, but this crash is in the southbound lane on New Hill Holloman Road. We're told that maybe somebody is pinned in a vehicle, possibly a tractor trailer. As soon as we get eyes on this crash, we'll let you know exactly how it could affect your morning commute. But as far as other routes, I-40 eastbound, I-87 coming in from Knightdale, US 1 coming in from Wake Forest, no delays at this hour. You're getting ready to head into the car. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
6:20 now. Winter bargains. 5 Under Side shows you which smart buys are worth your attention right now.
Plus, no time to slow down. The effort from Highway Patrol to fly emergency medical supplies where they're needed most. Well, it was a race against time after the weekend snowstorm. North Carolina Highway Patrol had to airlift crucial blood platelets to ECU Health in Pitt County. And this is because the hospital faced a critical supply shortage. Snowy roads made ground travel impossible, and the hospital was relying on supplies from the blood connection in Wake County. Staff there say troopers stepped in and made the life-saving flight in less than an hour.
The reality is that we think that everything just shuts down when this winter weather comes in, and there are patients that are in the hospital, trauma patients, cancer patients, surgery patients, who still rely on this blood product, life-saving blood product.
Highway Patrol says patients were able to get the platelets without any delays.
This What's Trending report is sponsored by Call Dad AC and Heating.
Country music in the Triangle and a flag on the play at the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, we have Ken Smith here to talk all about it this morning and what's trending.
Yeah, we'll get to that hilarious scene at the Pro Bowl games in just a minute. But country music star Tim McGraw headed to the Triangle this summer. This is part of his new pawn shop guitar tour. McGraw will play the Coastal Credit Union Music Park at Walnut Creek in Raleigh on August 7th.
The pre-sale starts later this morning, and the rest of the tickets go on sale Friday. He will also be in Charlotte on August 14th, and it is clear that when he's not making music, he is working out.
Putting all of us to shame, my goodness. So listen, the NFL Pro Bowl games happened last night. It's a mix of flag football, skills competitions, no tackling. The story of the night, though, was about someone not in the game. Take a look at your screen there. Green Bay Packers defensive end Michael Parsons could not play because of a knee injury, but that did not stop him from trying to get into the game on his electric scooter.
Now, it looks fun, right? But the ref had to put a stop to it. Aww. The NFC won the game 66-52. And at some point, I don't know why, I was expecting to hear the the scooter out in the field.
The perfect soundtrack right there.
Great that they're having fun with the Pro Bowl finally.
Ken, thank you. Well, fan excitement is building for Super Bowl 60. The NFL fan experience opened in San Francisco. People of all ages lined up for the exhibits, including all 59 Super Bowl rings and the Lombardi Trophy. There were also opportunities for photos and autographs. Fans say it is one of the highlights of the week leading up to Super Bowl.
My week is all about the experience. In here having fun, networking, seeing other fans, just having a great time. If you are a true fan, this is the time to do the autograph stand, just a fan experience. I love it for the kids. The kids have an amazing time. There's a lot of events, and seeing their players and seeing the tears and the joy of just having that upfront experience is amazing.
The Seahawks and Patriots will face off this Sunday. Kickoff at Levi Stadium is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. You can watch the big game right here on WRAL.
All right, your time is 6:26 this morning. Raleigh road conditions. Progress is being made on local roads after back-to-back weekend winter storms. We'll tell you what to look for as the snow and ice melts away.
2 people dead in Durham. The WRAL breaking news tracker is at the scene of a suspected murder-suicide investigation. The information we're trying to gather as to what led to the shooting.
And our next weather maker is crossing the state today. Cold air comes in behind the precipitation. I'll let you know if it'll catch up and bring you some wintry weather coming up.